What is up, car addicts? In this video I'm going to be giving a prediction list as to what cars I personally think we're going to get in the brand new 2023 summer update, which, as we all know, Rockstar confirmed it's called the San Andreas Mercenaries update, releasing on June 13th. Now, at the time of this recording, we currently have two vehicles confirmed, which are the brand new Bravado muscle car based on the Charger EV and a new Meibatsu off-roader based on the Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution, plus two new aircrafts, one being a fighter jet based on the F-35 mixed with the F-22, and a new prop plane which seems to be based on the DHC-6 Twin Otter. Now, the new planes are definitely unexpected. However, the Charger EV I was actually going to put in this video. I literally had it in my last prediction video, but I guess Rockstar got that newswire up before I was able to finish this prediction video. But anyways, remember that the following predictions are speculation. Obviously, this video is based on a combination of what I think Rockstar will realistically add to the game and what the community has been wanting for a while. So the way I'm going to be structuring this list is based on vehicle classes. Now, we'll be excluding the motorcycle class and the open wheels class, since I personally think we won't receive any for this DLC. Also, I don't really do any aircraft predictions, so I will only be doing predictions for the cars. But anyways, starting off with the supercars class, I personally believe we're going to get a new exotic hypercar, such as a new True Fade vehicle inspired by the Bugatti Bolide, or the Bugatti EB110, or even the Bugatti Mistral, which is a topless Bugatti made on the Chiron platform with this crazy looking updated taillight design. So either one of these three are very likely, since Rockstar loves to add in True Fade vehicles from time to time. As for the second supercar, I believe a new car based on the Pagani Utopia is very likely. We haven't had a new Pagani-inspired car in a while, and I think now would be a good opportunity. And of course, some honorable mentions also include the Koenigsegg CC850, the Koenigsegg Gemera, the McLaren Elva, the McLaren Speedtail, the Carrera GT, and the Lexus LFA as well. Moving on to the sports car class. This one is a little different, as the sports class is so vast with many different types of possible cars they can add, but there are a few main ones that stand out to me. The first one I want to discuss is a cabrio version of the Obey 10F from last year. For those of you who remember the Comet S2 from the Tuners DLC, Rockstar added a cabrio version of it with the Contract DLC, so I think it's very likely that Rockstar will do the same and give us a 10F cabrio, which of course would be based on the second gen Audi R8 Spider. The second car I want to discuss is a new Grotti vehicle inspired by the Ferrari Monza SP2. Seeing as Rockstar likes to do reskins of a lot of their cars for newer ones, I think they will take the SM722 we got in the update from last year and just reskin it to give us one based on the Ferrari Monza. Some honorable mentions also include the first gen Acura/Honda NSX, the Evo 8, the DC2 Integra Type R, the E46 BMW M3, the BMW Z8, the Mark III Supra, the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4, the Lancia Delta Integrale, and the Corvette C5 as well, which was a car from GTA 4. Alright, now moving on to the muscle cars class, I believe a new Vapid vehicle inspired by the Fox Body Mustang could be a very high possibility, since we all know Rockstar loves adding in Mustang variants into GTA Online, and I'm sure a lot of you guys remember the Vapid Uranus from GTA 4 that was very similar to this as well. Next up, I believe another Vapid vehicle inspired by the 2024 Mustang GT Dark Horse is very likely. The Dominator GTX we currently have in the game is just a weird looking car with the mashup of a bunch of different mixed parts from other cars. I think this would be the perfect opportunity for them to make a proper looking newer Mustang design. And lastly, I strongly believe we're going to get a Benny's wide-body upgrade for the Buffalo STX. In the DLC last year, we received a few wide-body variants of some existing older cars, and I think it's very likely, seeing as we have the normal Dodge Charger inspired car in the game, but not the popular wide-body Hellcat variant from real life. Moving on to the Sports Classics class, I think a new Vapid vehicle inspired by the 1960s Ford GT40 is bound to happen at some point. I've been putting this one in my prediction videos for a while because I think we can all agree that it should be in GTA Online at this point alongside the FMJ and the Bullet, and I really hope we get it for this new update, even though I'm very doubtful at this point, but I'm always hopeful. Next up, I believe a new Ocelot vehicle inspired by the Jaguar E-Type is very likely. It's one of the most beautiful classic sports cars ever, and I'm still surprised why we don't have it in the game, but some honorable mentions also include the Porsche 959, the 944, and the 356 Speedster as well. Moving on to the SUVs class, I believe a new vehicle inspired by the Aston Martin DBX is highly likely since we don't have a Dubachi SUV in the game as of yet. Next up, I think a new Grotti vehicle inspired by the Ferrari Purosangue is highly likely. Honestly, out of all the vehicles in my prediction list, I think this one is the most likely. If not for this update, I'm pretty sure I'll have it for the one in December, and I'm pretty confident on this one. Now, some honorable mentions include the Jeep Trackhawk, the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, the Hellcat Durango, the 2023 Escalade V, and an updated G-Wagon as well. Moving on to the off-roads class, I believe a new vehicle inspired by the Rivian R1T is highly likely considering all the hype around it lately. Next up, I think a new vehicle inspired by the Ram TRX is a high possibility as well, since its direct competitor is the Ford Raptor, which we already have in game as the car 4x4. The TRX has been a highly requested truck in the community because of its crazy performance both on and off-road. Lastly, I think a new Mammoth vehicle inspired by the Hummer EV is also likely. This DLC is sort of like military themed, so I think that this one is a possible addition, and it's more modernized with the EV stuff. Some honorable mentions also include the new Land Rover Defender, an updated Jeep Wrangler, which would fit with the theme, the new Ford Lightning, and the Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro as well. Moving on to sedans, seeing as the Reinhardt from the Criminal Enterprises DLC was very popular, I believe a vehicle inspired by either the Audi RS6 Avant or the Mercedes E63 wagon is very likely. Now, Rockstar unfortunately doesn't have a class for wagons in this game, so that's why they put the Reinhardt from last year's DLC in the sedans class. And lastly, we have the compacts class. So I strongly believe a new Annis vehicle inspired by some variant of the Mazda Miata is extremely likely. The Miata is a car the community has been wanting for years. I mean, it's been like forever. We've been requesting this since pretty much the game came out, and Rockstar hasn't added it in like 10 years, but you never know. Maybe they might for this update. Next up, I believe a new Karen vehicle inspired by either the Toyota GR Yaris or the GR Corolla is very likely as well because of how much positive feedback and press they've been given lately. I mean, they're just really cool looking little cars. Some honorable mentions also include the Renault 5 Turbo, the Renault Clio V6, the Peugeot P50, and the BMW Isetta as well. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and my vehicle predictions as to what other cars Rockstar might release in this new San Andreas Mercenaries update. Now obviously, again, these are just predictions and I could be completely wrong, but I think I've covered most of what the community is expecting for this new DLC. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what vehicles you personally think Rockstar will most likely release. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.